Hey guys, and welcome to your daily mobility flow. Hope you had a great Monday. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. We're gonna go belly down. We're literally just gonna take a nap real quick. 10-15 minutes. I'll see you guys in a little while. Okay, from here we're just gonna press up. Little scorpion, I think they call this. I'm not no yoga guy, I don't know. Most of the stuff we're just gonna get a little twist side to side, so I'm trying to aim for this oblique. Other oblique, we're gonna come down, push back into a little child's pose. Same thing, rock down one armpit to the ground, try to hit this lat. Other lat. We're gonna come back all the way to base. Well, this is not base, but this is the base of this. And press up. Oh, my wrists need to warm up a little bit. I can feel that. Obliques. Back to child's. I'm trying to look through my armpit. I'm gonna look through the other side. One armpit to the floor. Looking through the other side. Come back out. Up. I think this should be called seal. That's what it feels like, especially when I turn my hands out like this from the forward. It's out like this, like arr, 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 arr. This is definitely seal. Sorry, yogis, you got it wrong. Push back. Let's do 2 more reps. Laying down, pressing up. Push it back. One more rep. Up. And push back. Okay, we're gonna stay belly down. We're gonna hit that shoulder stretch, one arm out to the side. We're gonna roll over. Spin like a 2 or a 3 count out here. And then we'll come back. Walk that hand up like 1 step. Two or 3 count, walk it up. I'm playing around with my mic in a different position today. Walk it up. I really hope it works. So don't have like a voice mic yet. So back to the middle. Use that as your set point. So I don't have like a mic that's just for voice, just picks up good sound. And on Friday when we did that warm up, I could hear the floor creaking so loud underneath me in every step. Walk it down now. When I was stepping out for those lunges with the overhead reaches, it's like the floor, I can hear the floor creaking underneath me right now. So I'm going to see if I can't play around with. Ooh, I touched. Alright, switch shots. Let's see if I can't play around with positioning and get rid of the creaking, but still pick up my voice pretty decent. So reach out to the side, walk it over. All right, now we're gonna move it up. The problem is, as I'm gonna continue by complaining, you can't, oh, that's really tight. Okay, yeah, this is as far as I'm going right here. I'm actually going to do that one again because it was so tight. All right, back to the middle. Problem is the camera makes a lot of noise. It's not really the most high-paced, high-class camera in the world. And kind of like, I don't know. Just kind of, you can hear the fan or something on the inside, which was the big problem with the audio before we got the mic, was that, all right, I didn't even say, we're walking it down now, one more rep. And so I'd have to cut out so much background noise with the old camera before we got the mic, because there was just this like fan sound going on just with the camera, because the mic on the camera was picking up that fan the whole time with the other audio. So I'm playing around with a new position today. All right, we're just gonna drop that leg straight out to the side like this, other foot on top. So I don't know, maybe we call these like Marilyn Monroe's. I don't know. But all we're gonna do is kind of press this up, and we're really just gonna aim the hips. So right here I'm planted kind of foot and hand. I'm just gonna drop, and I'm just trying to take my shoulder as high as I can and really let that hip sink down towards the ground. I'm trying to get as big of an arch as possible here to catch that oblique. And hopefully you can find it. You can play around with like little forward cant. Go search for that. You could also elevate this foot, which would make it probably a little bit easier if you're having trouble finding that stretch, which I am not having trouble finding. It's right there. Then just elevate this back foot so that you get a bigger kind of arching effect. All right, let's change sides. So I'm going foot out, other foot on top, like right at the knee or a little bit above. I like to press the hips up first, kind of get set, and then I'm just gonna drop down and then lean away and try to sink down to the ground and find this stretch right here. If I drop that shoulder back and lean forward a little bit, I can get it up into my ribs. But again, if you can't find it, just elevate this thigh, elevate that foot. Doesn't have to be the foot. You can put a pillow like under your knee or your thigh, because we're just trying to get from basically this kind of sweeping angle. And the more you get this bent, the more that oblique will stretch. Good. Rest. Okay, we're gonna go low back with our twisting in our low core today. And we're gonna take one across the body. I'm just gonna hang out here for a second. I like to kind of actively pull this knee up and then drop it over to the ground. So I'm gonna kind of switch back between setting my knee, letting it get far away from the ground, but setting it into my chest, and then taking my hand and dropping it on and letting it kind of extend, but aim for the ground. Kind of alternate between these two. Lift up, knee away from the ground, knee towards the ground, and kind of fall away from the chest. I'm almost like working a diagonal line. Find a spot that just feels right, feels good. Hang out there for a second. Breathe it in, breathe it out kind of thing. You know, like, okay, this spot feels really good for me, so I'm just gonna take a deep breath. And then breathe all the way out. All right, let's change sides. I hope I'm in the camera. I can't see anything right now. Take it across. I'm trying to keep my head closer to the camera than my thighs, because my thighs already look big enough. And when my thighs are closer to my head, the perspective makes my head look really small, and my arms and my upper body look small. So I'm trying to angle myself so my voice picks up on the mic better. And do a little more directional. So knee up, down to the ground. Okay, last one. Oh, take a second coming out of that. We're working that back pretty good. And we're gonna finish today here. We're gonna set both feet, hips up, 1 foot on top, and then we're just gonna drop the hips down. So it's like this, hips up, foot over top, sink down, chest towards the knee, and then we're just gonna change sides, hips up. This is like almost like a lower body version of the table twist, but for the glutes. There it is. You can play around with like sinking in or pushing back and chest forward, but basically the closer your chest and knee get together, the top knee, the closer that gets, bigger stretch you're gonna get. But you can play around with hip position here, so like I can torque my hips like here towards the camera and then lean in, or a little bit higher. Knee, just play. This kind of feels nice sometimes. It's like almost like windshield wiper effect. My butt's on the ground. I'm kind of sinking my knee out on both sides. Sink down, get the stretch, and then you're just changing angles. Changing kind of muscle fibers, trying to hit the entirety of the muscle and not just a single kind of strand of fibers, which is what's going to happen if you stretch in kind of one dimension. Maybe we should have called this 3D stretching or something like that instead of mobility flows. But anyways, thank you. I appreciate you guys. Have a great week. And here's to quarantine fading away. Later.